From the Studio Series, it is Scrapper from Transformers, the movie. Yes, and I'm not sure why they're not calling it 86 anymore, but that's what it is. But this is a versus review, so against him I have Scrapper from Combiner Wars. Yes, he comes with all his compatriots, unlike this one, but we are still going to do a comparison bit by bit. We're going to put this one against this one, and it's been, I know, a long time since I've done a versus review, so that's why I'm doing this. So I'm going to hopefully be doing a bunch more in the near future. It got away from me, guys, I'm sorry. So we're going to compare this to this, and you can tell me in the comments which is better. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle. Welcome aboard. If you've been watching a while, thanks so much for coming back, and I hope everyone has fun on this versus journey. All right, be right back. And we have Honor. I think this is your first versus review, Honor. And of course, you want to stretch, and I don't know where she's going. Maybe she doesn't like versus reviews. So I'm going to start out with this one, but don't worry, you will have your turn, your day in court. And I have not even taken it out of the box yet, so I have to take out my knife and give it a little slice. Now, I do appreciate that these boxes have windows, so no one is removing their heads or stealing accessories or whatever they might do. And the box, it's a nice box. It shows him on the back there, his various forms, and it shows Devastator up here. Preview of coming attractions. It actually has Devastator on the side here, and I don't know what that is. It's in the dark. Devastator's butt? I don't know. But he is in here on plastic binds, so we're gonna unbind him and wiggle him just a little bit and put him right there. We'll zoom in so you can take a good look at him. Now, in addition to the plastic shit that's on my table, we have this Autobot paper. Again, Hasbro doesn't listen to me. Why is it Autobot paper? It should be Decepticon paper. But no, do they listen? No. Is it to get through customs? So in here we have this rather large-ish gun. We have a smallish gun. We have this, which appears to be part of a gun. Is there anything else in here? No! So I am going to get rid of that, get rid of this plastic crap. We have instructions, and I'm gonna get rid of this shitty piece of paper. In case you're not aware, that shitty piece of paper is warnings like not to feed this to children, but if you're that far into the box, they've probably eaten it already. So I figured out where the gun goes, that gun. And this appears to be a gun that's gonna be Devastator's, I imagine. Now, the original G1 Scrapper came with the wing that became the chest shield, and that went onto him as a, I don't know, a power wing, so that he could be a flying front loader. Well, let's see if there's anything regarding use of this big gun. So apparently, this is how you set up his back. This is his regular size gun, and you can pop this one apart. We have two bigger guns, or you can put this on front and he can have like a gun that probably when he shoots it will send him flying backwards, and he can hold this one. I do not see any weapon storage, and it is not showing me any weapon storage, so that's a shame. All right, let's put him on the turntable of doom, and we will get into some posability. Turn him around, around, around. I mean, I like the deco. Looks very G1-ish, very square head. All right, you know what we need to do first. Full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme, not a problem. He's got very, very generous ankle swivels. He can kick forward, not too high, but pretty good. He can kick back, though you will rub up against his the top of his canopy thing. I don't know. Side kick, really high. Does he bend at the knee? Yes, he does, 90 degrees. And he does swivel. The swivel is right below the hip joint, so that's pretty good. Can he twist at the waist? Well, no, he does not appear to twist at the waist at all. I was hoping for a little bit more on that. The arms, however, can go all the way around. You gotta watch out for the shovel. It can also go off to the side, and of course it can go up, bends at the elbow, good 90 degrees, swivels. The fists do not seem to twist, but they fold. And the head, all the way around. So overall, other than being unable to twist at the waist, a big improvement over the G1. All right, let's put him aside and bring in Combiner Wars. The Combiner Wars looks very similar, though he's a little bigger. And we will compare sizes and do measurements, don't you worry. But there are some differences. Now, he can do a full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme, so that's kind of nice. And he can kick forward, and he can kick back, and he can kick to the side, and he does even have some nice ankle swivels. He can bend at the knee, that's very nice. No swivel. Twisting at the waist, that ain't happening. Arms can go all the way around, and off to the side, up in the air, but he does not have elbows. He does have these interesting joints where you can actually turn the forearms, but no actual elbows. The head can, of course, go all the way around. Now, you may notice that he's got a little bit different of a shade. He's a little darker of a green than this guy, and he's also got some height on him. From shovel to foot, the Studio Series is about 6 inches. From shovel to foot, the Combiner Wars is like 7. They look very similar, a little bit of difference on the detailing on the front, but overall you can recognize them as the same character. I think this is more of a lime green, so I think it's more accurate to what we usually see Devastator in, maybe a little more toy accurate. This might be a little more show accurate, actually. It's hard to remember. This might be, who knows, you can let me know. But yeah, so very similar in proportion, but this one definitely has a little bit more opposability. This one has a little more height. All right, let's check out the vehicle modes. All right, so here is the Studio Series in his front loader mode. And a couple things, you actually have to turn around the little canopy thing. That's part of the transformation, and it's got a little thing here which flips up, I guess for reasons, I don't know why. But pretty clever transformation, makes use of the elbows. It does actually plug in, so it's very sturdy, and you can pretty much use this to scoop shit or other detritus, even detritus, you know, the Junkion. So yeah, a pretty clever transformation. Now you can store the weapons in this mode. This has a little slot thing here that pushes right into here. You can take this piece and push it right here. And you can even take this gun and attach it to the side. I mean, exactly what you want to see at a construction site is a extremely well-armed front loader. So overall, looks very cool, but time for the roll test. And I'm actually pretty impressed. Makes a bit of noise, which, you know, it's a construction vehicle, but it rolls very smoothly and at a pretty good speed. So very nice. Now, the Combiner Wars right here, and I probably should have turned that when he was in the other mode, but I didn't, so oh well. Now he's a little bit bigger, and we'll do a comparison, of course. And of course, he's got his power shovel, which he can scoop crap as well. The transformation is pretty clever as well, very similar in some respects to that one. No weapon storage because no weapons. I mean, there are third-party ones. I did do a review on those, and apparently there is a set that came out that had weapons. I don't know if it was the Takara one or a San Diego exclusive, but this is from the reissue Construction Combiner Wars Devastator, because I did not get the first one, but I did get the reissue. Rolling, and again, pretty good. I mean, you should lift up the shovel or else he'll skid out, but very nice. So the Studio Series 1 in vehicle mode, not counting the weapons, is like 5 1/16 inches. The Combiner Wars is like 6.5. And you can see again the very different shade of green. Now, we don't have all his compatriots yet, so we can't do the Devastator. We'll have to wait until we get all those together. But yeah, I would say there are definitely some bonuses to size and having all the compatriots, and then there's, you know, having actual official weapons and a little bit more posability. But I'm not giving up this one, and I'm not giving up this one, so I like them both. But you let me know in the comments which one you think is better. Are you happy with just having the Combiner Wars, or are you looking forward to the Studio Series, which, judging by the difference in size, it's going to be a little shorter than the ones from Combiner Wars, which is kind of fine because a lot of the combiners are smaller anyway. But there you have it. I will put links in the description for this guy and for this guy, but you'll probably have to get him in the whole big set. If you want this and you don't have it, you might find a deal. It's possible. But I do hope that you're enjoying these videos, and if you are, feel free to subscribe. That'd be awesome. Also want to remind everyone that I have opened up memberships, and those memberships, you get like special icons and badges, and do we need stinking badges? And you get to go to the members only live streams every month. First one is first Tuesday of May, so you might want to sign up quick if you want to join. And while you are mulling over these guys, you can actually check out this video over here, which is a small version, third party of Devastator, worth checking out. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.